Today we are having a look at another watch from Addiesdive. And yes, there is no way around it. This watch takes inspiration by a certain Seiko nicknamed Tuna. Because I normally, and I stress normally because I quite do like this one, don't like homages, or very close homages at least. Let's at least call it differently. Salmon. Yo, homage watches. Whether you like it or not, they are here and they are here to stay. There is an audience for them, and heck, sometimes even I am the audience. Whatever excuse you might come up to buy one, price of the original, not giving a damn, or my favorite, I just want to try the design to see if I want to get the real thing. We can't deny that most of the times they're a lot better value for money. This one is such case. I think it kind of makes me want to get the real thing. See, Seiko Tuna is a very specific shape of a watch. I never had a chance to try one on. Nobody I know owns one, and I have never, and I promise you, never seen it in a shop in person. And I wanted to pick the Tuna style watch quite a lot of times already, but there was always something else I preferred. Until I stand upon this salmon. And although by no means perfect, I really do like this thing. Because the moment I saw the dial, and especially in this color combo, I knew I had to get one. There is a lot of good stuff and some bad stuff to go through, so let's get going. I don't even want to pretend to say that this thing is useful anymore. One might be, two. Now the bracelet. The watch comes on a bracelet that is horrible. For the first time in my watch collecting career, I did not even bother to size the bracelet to try it on. And mind you, I did bother to size the bracelet on Vostok. That should tell you everything you need to know about this bracelet. It's jingly, jungly, cheap feeling straight and horrible clasp. The gap between the quality of the watch head and the bracelet is just mind-blowing. Addiesdive should really ship this on a decent rubber strap instead. The watch is made from 316L stainless steel, and it looks and feels incredible. Look at the finishing on the salmon. I mean, it is entirely brushed. Look at the shroud. That is the part where Addiesdive really flexes their muscles. The corners look sharp, but they feel smooth to the touch. How is that even possible? I don't know. But damn, the outer shroud fits absolutely perfectly to the watch. There's no squeaking, no moving, there's no gaps, nothing to complain about the finishing. Look how proud the unscrews sit in. It should feel substantial. It is a big watch. 44mm in diameter, 15mm thick. And well, that's pretty much the luck to luck too, because look, the luck to luck ends where the case ends. Lucks are tiny, and it's the only polished part on the watch. Well, and the case back, but you can't really see it. They just about to protrude from the case, and they are drilled for easy bracelet throwaway. Caseback is solid with Addiesdive logo that I still like and other people hate. But you can't deny that the logo is rather fitting to the style of a watch. Crown is big, 7mm big, signed, practically perfect. Really smooth to operate, really easy to get a grip on, and it looks good. What it operates, I hear you ask? Do I really need to answer? Let's make it more interesting. 3 Hz Japanese hacking and hand-winding automatic movement. Seiko NH35. The bezel is matte. Yes. Aluminium with goldish minute markers. And almost scarily Seiko-like. In operation. And I mean it in a good way. It is smooth, but spongy, yet a good quality feeling. And unlike Seiko, it's perfectly aligned. One fail though, the pin is not loomed, which I see is kind of a fail on diver. 300-meter diver to be precise. Now let's see the main part, and the part where Addiesdive is by this point taking a piss off all the other brands. Because their dial game is just from another world for the money they're charging. How is this even possible on something for 85 euros is beyond me. That dial is pure porn. That combo of a dark green and gold is hard to beat. Despite its beauty, I have one minor gripe, and that is that there is no minute track printed on the dial itself. It's printed on the rehaut, which would be perfectly fine, but the rehaut is a bit too steep. It doesn't really offer a lot of contrast for it to be really readable. So you kind of have to read the minutes from the bezel. One practicality point less. But credit where credit's due, it's perfectly aligned, and the printing is crisp. But that dial itself, that is quite something. The dark green fume textured dial is just gorgeous. From every angle, in every light, from every distance, it's easily one of my favorite dials I have ever seen. Indices are big gold buttons with little bit bigger buttons on 6, 9 and 12. Not frame, not color match, date window at 3. Corners had to be cut somewhere. I'm not the one to hate date windows at 3, so my face is not symmetrical either. World is not perfect, deal with it. The indices are filled with these giant Lume plots. And we will have to talk about a Lume later because we have to talk about Lume. The handset looks more like from a monster than Tuna. So our salmon is a bit of a tuna monster mishap. But just look at them, so clean, gold. Look how they reflect the second hand when it passes over. They're just perfect. There are no sharp corners, no imperfections. The polishing is on par. I mean, look at our hand. This giant arrow hand. This giant arrow, our hand. Oh my god, I love English. Arrow, our hand. There is a lot of gold space to show imperfections. There is none. There are no dust spectacles, no sharp corners. Lume Plus seems to be perfectly centered on indices, which is not always the case, even on a lot more expensive watches. The hands are perfect length, perfect size. The second hand is gorgeous and loomed. Very simple arrow, like an actual arrow, from the bow, Legolas thing. Okay, I mentioned the Lume way too many times by now, not to say how it performs. And it performs. Green C3 shines like a goddamn torch, and it's torching throughout the night. The logo in gold is printed at 12. That's where I want to give Addiesdive credit again, for having an eye which logo or font to use on which watch. We have the logo and the big bold text here in capitals and in gold. And just look at this. How elegant this looks on their other offering. I don't think they get enough credit for this, but Addiesdive seem to be one of the very few Chinese manufacturers that actually think about what they are doing, and they give their watches certain characters. Then there is only 300 meter and automatic at 6. No stupid names like Shark Master, Shrimp Whisper, or Exploration Road. Less is more. It's all covered by ever so slightly domed sapphire crystal with AR, and it looks the part. Doesn't distract with a lot of distortions, and the reflections are, yeah, there are some, but they're manageable. So to sum this up, I really like this thing. I now know that I really like Tuna style case. Kinda wanna makes me buy the Seiko, but there is no Tuna that would offer more beautiful dial than this, so maybe one of their Save the Ocean line. However, this thing is more than solid. I mean, once you throw away the bracelet and put it on something that doesn't commit crime by its very own existence, but yeah, it is very, very good watch. For 85 bucks in sale, you get a salmon that is hard to beat. It's impeccably finished with arguably one of the best dial ever to come out of China. It performs reasonably well. I can't tell if the Seiko NH35 inside is regulated, but mine runs plus 5 seconds a day. My other Addiesdive watch runs very similarly, so they might be actually regulating it. Like, if you like it, I mean, get it, so I can only recommend it. And that is it, guys. As always, thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. If you didn't like the video, I thank you for watching this far. And please drop me a comment. Do you like this? Do you own any other tuna or salmon style of watch? Would you recommend me to check some more? My name is Karel, and this is Watch. Till next time, cheers.